Morning everyone, it's Chris here. It's great to have you back in the workshop. It's a lovely crisp autumn morning, so I'd just like to say hello to any new subscribers and thank you so much. It's really, appreciated so much, and also thank you to all my current subscribers and people that have been with me from the beginning, so thank you so much. So anyway, I've got an exciting project for this video, and it's a pen commission, and it's for a lady by the name of Anne. Now Anne, this is for your birthday, so many happy returns, and this pen has been commissioned by your son James, and we thought it'd be great to do a video for you so you could see your very special, unique handmade pen being made. So I hope you enjoy it. And what James has picked for you, it's a sculpted midnight pen, it's called, and the wood he's chosen is an exotic hardwood called Goncalo Alves. So I'm going to take the camera off the tripod and show you all the parts, and before we get to a bit of hands-on machine work. So yeah, let's get cracking. Right, okay, we're here now at the pen kit laid out, so I'll just talk you through the parts, Anne. So this is the pen blank, and it's Goncalo Alves, so I hope you're seeing that okay. Lovely piece of exotic hardwood. And then to the left are the brass tubes, which will be epoxied into the wood. Then next down here we have the pen refill, and they are the Parker style refills, I think, so you can get those anywhere. What else is here? And then you've got the spring there that helps the refill pop in and out. Down here now we've got, that's the top end cap. We've got a centre band. That's, what is that? That's a little bushing for the end cap to screw into. That's pressed into the tubes. I've got here the clip. We have the mechanism here really, which is what makes the pen nib go in and out. We've got another coupler here, and the mechanism screws into that coupler. Let's just have a feel. And then we have the nib here. So that's all the pen parts, and it's 24 karat gold, this one. So it's a lovely pen, and I'm really looking forward to turning it for you, Anne. So we'll get over to the bandsaw in a moment and cut the wood to size. Okay, we're at the lathe now, and I've got the first half of the blank in the chuck jaws held nice and secure, so I'm going to drill an 8mm hole now all the way through. So if I just press, get some light on it for you, Anne. So hopefully you can see that. Just gently start pushing the drill bit into the wood nice and slowly. And every few minutes I'll just pull the drill bit out to clear the shavings and the swarf. Just like that. Let's give it a clean. So I'll come back when they're drilled through. Okay, Anne, now here you have them two. I hope you're getting that. You've got the two halves of the pen there, and they've been drilled through with an 8mm drill bit, and then the next step is now to gently scuff the brass tubes with some 120 grit sandpaper, and then that'll help the epoxy, which I've got there sat in some warm water, just to loosen it up a bit because it's a bit chilly in here today. So what I'm going to do is scuff the brass tubes up, mix the epoxy and glue the tubes in. So when I've done that, we'll have to leave the epoxy to cure, but when it's cured we'll be back. Okay, hi, we're back again now, and we're at the part where we're ready to turn the blanks down. So hope you're enjoying it so far, Anne. This is where the fun starts. So I'm going to just put on my eye protection now, and then I'll just get my bearings by touch as to where the blanks are in relation to the tool rest, and then I'll be able to get going. So all being well, we should be making shavings in a moment. So I'm about there, so crank her up, here we go. Just gentle light cuts first. And I turn down to the bushings to give me the correct dimensions for the pen. It's turning really nice, this piece of wood. Very nice. Right, so I'll just stop the lathe now and have a feel. Well, yeah, it's just got a little bit of a flat facet on there, but it's almost there, so I'll just start taking down the other one a little bit now. Ride the bevels and lift the handle, nice gentle cut. Feel of that. Yep, so I'll be back anyway in a moment when I've just got it down to the bushings. Okay, well, I'm turned down to the bushings and I've given it a preliminary sanding with 120 just to make sure that I'm doing things as accurately as I can, because this pen, this sculpted midnight pen, it requires you to turn down the last part of the top end of the pen. Now you need to turn this completely away to expose the brass tube. Now you measure along this blank 1 13/16, and then the remainder is completely turned away. So what I did was, using my talking tape measure, I put a piece of tape at the correct place, and then I held that above the work, and then using my brad awl I scraped a line, obviously in place of a pencil for me, in the right spot. And now I've just made a slight groove with a fine parting tool. So what I do need to do now is just continue down now and turn that completely all the way to the brass tube. So I'll do that now. And I'll continue using this fine parting tool. I'll just locate here where I am. Now that's obviously separated that. So what I need to do now is I'll just remove these parts and pull that piece off. Okay, now it's been sanded up to 240 now, and if you can see where the portion has been completely removed there to expose the brass tube. So what I'm going to do now is apply some sanding sealer. Where's my piece of okay, I've got a piece of wood here just to protect the lathe bed. So I'll apply this without the lathe running. I'll just gently turn and apply the sanding sealer. And this takes but a few seconds just to flash off and the solvents in it to evaporate, and then using this abrasive pad I'll just flatten down the grain that's been raised. So let's just have a feel. It's still a bit tacky there. Just get the lathe running just to get some air movement around it. Okay, so just a gentle rub now, this abrasive pad, and that'll just knock that sanding sealer back. And then I'll apply a second coat. So that's it, 2 coats of sanding sealer now, and just let that cure. Get some airflow. That back, and I can tell everything that's going on just through my fingertips now. I've been turning long enough, and so I can even tell now when that's been knocked back. So the next stage for me is to apply Yorkshire Grip. Now this is an abrasive paste and it contains pumice powder. And what this is going to do for your pennon is make it super fine and smooth, and sand it to its final grade before polishing. So I have the lathe spinning quite fast for this. And just keep working it until you feel the grit has completely smoothed out and been removed. Keep working it in until you feel that it's gone to a super smooth finish. Keep working it in. Moving it to a clean piece of tissue. Make sure you've got all the Yorkshire Grip completely worked in and buffed up. now. Well, that's feeling super smooth. So the next step is to apply some, I'm going to apply friction polish, and then on top of that Martin Saban Smith's kind of crystalline wax. So this is friction polish, so it does need heat and pressure to do its job. Again, keep the cloth moving, working it in, build that heat up so everything can bond to the Goncalo Alves. Might drop more. No. Work this in. Now, have a feel. Well, that feels pretty awesome. I'm just trying to find my kind of crystalline stick, which I have. I'm going to get a clean piece of tissue now, and while the lathe is running I shall apply this. Just gently hold it against. That's going to put this special formulation by Martin on. It's going to make it very durable, hard wearing, but really bring out the beauty of the wood. You know, I think it's great that we've got now some, like Glyn Senior and his team from Yorkshire Grip, and Martin down in Hampshire, formulating these great products which make things a lot easier for us and but give us, you know, a super professional finish. You know, and it's great to have such great wood turners in this country making products like this. Right, so I'll just have a feel of that now. Yep, it's like glass, that. Well, I think you're going to be very, very happy with this, Anne. So I'm going to turn the camera off now and get set up then for the assembly. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so here we are now at the pen press. So I just need to have a feel now round for my parts. Let's just have a feel. That's the nib. So what I need to do now is just put that in there and push the nib home. So I hope you're seeing that, but that's the nib pressed in now. So let me just have a feel. This is the coupler for the mechanism, so let me just make sure I get the right part of the coupler screwed in. Okay, so that's for the mechanism there. So this goes in there. This might not be the best angle for you to look, but I will show you when the cart's actually pushed in. So this is the centre coupler going in. Make sure that's in there. So that's the mechanism coupler. So what I need to do now is find the nib and the spring. So that goes in there. And I'll slide that through the coupler. And then the mechanism screws into the back. And then all being well, yep, the mechanism forces the nib out and back in. So that's fine and dandy. Okay, so next part now is the cap. So the cap has a little grommet. Now I just have to feel there is a little chamfer on one end. It might be easier if I just feel where the thread is. It's not that end. Of course it's not threaded, is it? Right, well I've actually just felt the chamfer then, so that goes in that end. I'll just gently press this home now because I've got that exposed brass tube, so make sure things are quite nice and straight. There you go, and that's pushed in there now. And again with the end cap. There you go, and that's pushed in. And now finally the centre band just gets pushed on. We can just make sure that goes all the way home. Find the bottom part of the pen, push it all together, and there you have it. So I don't know if you're getting that properly, but I'll just move the camera and I'll get Nicola to align the grain properly. But there you have it, a Goncalo Alves handmade pen for Anne. Right, so here we are now, it's finished, so I hope you're getting this okay, folks. It's called a sculpted midnight pen, and it's Goncalo Alves, and it's been finished effectively up to 1000 grit and polished and waxed, and yeah, it's I think it's 24 karat gold. So anyway, there you have it, folks. It's a lovely pen kit. It went together really well, and the trickiest thing really is just doing the measuring and turning that final part of the top section down to expose the brass tube. But apart from that, it's quite an easy kit. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and especially you, Anne. So many happy returns, and yeah, I hope you have many more to come, and it's been a pleasure making this pen for your birthday. So thank you very much, everybody. Please remember to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.